Early Years Foundation Stage framework sets the standards for the learning, development and care of children from birth to age 5 in England. It aims to ensure that all young children receive a strong foundation for future learning and development in a safe and supportive environment. Hi everyone, I'm Natalie from My Progression, and today we're going to discuss the EYFS framework used in England. The framework has been mandatory since 2008 for early years leaders, practitioners, teachers, teaching assistants and childminders to set the standard for learning and welfare for young children. This framework is vital to ensure that all children receive equal opportunities from age 0 to 5 and secure crucial foundations before moving in to Key Stage 1. Now, this video is the first in a series of EYFS videos discussing the framework and highlighting the 7 different areas. So that you don't miss the next video, hit like, subscribe and click on that bell to keep hearing more from My Progression. So what is the framework? The framework was introduced after research identified the impact that high quality childcare and education in the early years has on children's learning and development. By providing a structured approach to early education, the framework helps practitioners create engaging and enriching learning experiences that cater to each child's individual needs, promoting their overall well-being and readiness for school. All schools and Ofsted registered early years providers must follow this framework, including preschools, nurseries, school reception classes and childminders. The EYFS framework is specific to England and includes 7 areas of learning and development, as well as setting standards for safeguarding and child protection. The guidance was updated in 2024 with specific focus on improving outcomes for disadvantaged children. The link to the framework in England is detailed in the description for you to take a look at after watching this video. It's important to mention that in Scotland and Wales the guidance is slightly different. Each country tailors its approach to suit their own educational goals, regulatory requirements and local context. In Scotland, the early years education system is governed by the Curriculum for Excellence, which includes early level as part of the broader educational framework for children aged 3 to 6 years old. And whilst it shares similar aims in promoting child development and learning, it's not as rigid as the EYFS in England. The CFE emphasises outcomes and the child's holistic development, encouraging a more flexible approach to learning. In Wales, the foundation phase is used for children aged 3 to 7 years old, which shares some common principles with the EYFS, but it differs in its approach. The foundation phase focuses on play-based learning and aims to develop skills in literacy, numeracy, personal development and creativity. The curriculum is designed to be more child-centred and promote active learning, with foundation phase applying to both nursery and primary education in Wales. So what does the framework aim to provide? The framework was created to set the standards in early learning for children aged 0 to 5 in England and was brought in with specific aims including ensuring there is quality and consistency in all early years classes. This means that pupils, regardless of their background, have the same opportunities in early learning. Providing a secure foundation through positive, valuable learning experiences that are tailored to the needs of the specific age group. The learning is objective, therefore it can be observed and measured to track children's progress. And creating a partnership between parents, carers and practitioners where the child's development is shared across both home and the setting that they're in. The framework is made up of 7 different areas of learning, each vital for a child's overall development. Each different area helps the child learn and grow, ultimately preparing them for their future educational journey. Out of the 7 areas of learning, there are 3 prime areas in the framework, which we'll start with in this video. Communication and language development, physical development, and personal, social and emotional development. So firstly, considering communication and language development. This focuses on fostering high quality communication in children, developing speaking, listening and understanding skills, including speaking out loud with increasing confidence. It encourages children to express themselves, as well as listening to and understanding others. In this area, children are supported in using language to communicate, including engaging in conversations, telling stories, and following instructions. Another one of the 3 prime areas is physical development. This includes fine motor skills, such as using tools or writing, and gross motor skills involving larger movements such as running, jumping, and balancing. Within the physical development area, children are also taught how to keep healthy lifestyle, promoting the importance of hygiene, exercise, and eating a healthy diet. The final prime area is personal, social, and emotional development. This area covers how children develop self-confidence, manage their emotions, and have positive interactions with others. It involves children learning about social rules, including turn-taking, understanding other people's feelings, and becoming more independent. This area is vital for children to build relationships, work cooperatively, and develop self-regulation and empathy skills. Following the 3 prime areas, there are the 4 specific areas. These areas build on the prime areas and provide opportunities for children to gain more specific knowledge and skills based on certain topics. The first of the 4 areas is literacy, including reading and writing. In the early years, this involves developing listening skills, acquiring an understanding of phonics, the sounds in language, and beginning to recognise and form letters. It's essential that all children begin learning phonics during the EYFS, with research from the Education Endowment Foundation showing it's particularly beneficial to start from the age of 4. The next area is mathematics, where children are introduced to early mathematical concepts such as numbers, shapes, counting, and finding patterns. Early exposure to math skills supports children in forming a sense of number and gaining a basic understanding of calculations for addition and subtraction. Experiencing early mathematics allows children to explore different areas of maths in real life through play, including measurement, shape, and position. Another specific area is understanding the world. This involves children learning about the natural world and the people and communities in it. Children need to be given the opportunities to explore the world around them, allowing them to develop an understanding of their own environment, as well as other cultures and traditions. Different areas of learning could include looking at habitats in science, including plants and animals, and researching a range of different places across the globe in geography. The final specific area is expressive arts and design, which involves children exploring creatively through art, music, role play, and dance. Children should be given the chance to express themselves through different media and experiment with making a range of different things with varied colours, shapes, and sounds. This area is vital for promoting the use of imagination, creativity, and the ability to share emotions and show empathy through art. These 7 areas collectively create a well-rounded curriculum that fosters children's growth and development in cognitive, physical, emotional, and social aspects. Each area is interrelated and plays a vital role in enhancing children's overall learning journey, providing with important foundations before starting Key Stage 1. Now, whilst you're here, why not check out our previous videos on working in the early years, including your role as a nursery practitioner and what it's like to work in a nursery. Both videos are linked in the description. In EYFS, formative assessments take place daily and are a normal part of routine. All children within the early years have a learning journey where a record of their progress is kept. Rather than using formal assessments, children are consistently observed and their progress is compared to the age-related expectations in the framework. Children could be observed in a range of different aspects to identify their interests and how they learn best, allowing practitioners to plan well for future learning opportunities. These observations are recorded in their learning journey, which could be evidence as written comments, pictures, videos, or examples of the children's work. To ensure parents and carers are involved in the early development of their children, learning journeys are shared to help them understand where their child is and the stages of their development, and then the next milestones they're aiming to achieve. At the end of their reception year, children are assessed against the early learning goals to establish the progress they've made in each of the 7 areas of learning and development. This progress should be passed on during transition from reception to year 1, so teachers can plan effectively to ensure the child transitions successfully and any gaps in learning are addressed. The early years foundation stage in England is essential to provide a structured framework to support the early development of children from birth to 5 years old. This framework ensures that all children, regardless of background, receive consistent, high-quality education and care from an early age, promoting equality and providing every child with the same opportunities for growth and learning. By focusing on 3 prime areas and 4 specific areas of development, the EYFS helps build a strong foundation for future learning and success. As well as this, the framework promotes a balanced approach that recognises the individual needs of each child, making certain that regardless of background or academic ability, everyone is given the opportunity to thrive. Ultimately, the EYFS plays a vital role in helping to shape well-rounded, confident children, preparing them for the next stages of their education and life. Keep your eyes peeled for the next video in our EYFS series, focusing on one of the prime areas, communication and language development. I've been Natalie from My Progression, and let's keep your career in motion.